Okay, let's talk about conditional formatting. What exactly is conditional formatting? It's a special type of formatting that is used to identify cells that meet a certain set of circumstances. And the most important part is the cell will change its appearance based off that condition. Conditional formatting is very easy to use and pretty much very straightforward. The only real nuance is that it can get pretty deep. There's a lot more than meets the eye. Let's take a look. Here we have our sales data, and let's say we want to draw attention to some cells that meet a certain set of circumstances. So let's start by selecting our list and then go up here on the Home tab and click where it says Conditional Formatting, and you can see some of our choices. Let's go right here to where it says Highlight Cell Rules. And as mentioned, if we read these, it's very easy to figure out what they're going to do. And in our case, let's say we want to see all the sales that are greater than $1 million. So off this list, we can choose greater than. This dialog box will pop up. And then from here, we can make a couple choices. We could either change the value that we're looking for, or we could go over here and click on the drop arrow and choose a particular color that we want to see. In this case, we'll go with this one. Click OK. And there you have it. It's just that simple. Moving on. Another popular choice is to find duplicates. And the way we can do that is to go up here and click on where it says Conditional Formatting. Go down to where it says Highlight Cell Rules. And down at the bottom of the list, we'll see where it says Duplicate Values. We can click that, make our choices if need be based off this dialog box. In this case, I'll accept the defaults. Click OK. And right there are our duplicate values. Again, just that easy. Moving on, let's take a look at the top-bottom rules. What we can do is off this selection here, you notice that we have a couple choices. We can choose top 10 items, top 10%, etc. We can choose ones that are below or above average. In this case, let's choose the top 10 items. Again, we can change the dialog box if need be. In this case, I'll leave it as is. Click OK. And right there are our top 10 items. Moving on, just know for this next demonstration, what we did is put an average formula right here that shows us the average of all of our sales numbers. And we're going to use this number for comparison purposes when we apply our conditional formatting. So with our numbers selected, we'll go up here and click where it says Conditional Formatting, Top Bottom Rules, choose Above Average. We'll change the formatting here just for fun. And now you can see the ones above average. Moving on, let's take a look at color scales and how to apply them. When we go up here and select our range and go up to where it says Conditional Formatting Color Scales, as we hover over these icons, you'll notice that Excel will apply a specific color to a specific cell. Now, most people use these to create heat maps, but a bigger question is, why does Excel assign the colors that it does? Why is one cell red? Why is one cell yellow? Why is one cell green? Well, the answer is Excel looks at your range of numbers, breaks them into thirds, and then assigns them a particular color. In this case, the top third is green, the middle third is yellow, and the bottom third is red. And that's a key point to keep in mind as we go forward. The key point being how Excel will look at a range of numbers and then break it into particular segments, say every third, and then assign a color based off where that cell's value falls within that segment. You can modify where these breakpoints occur by selecting Color Scales, More Rules, and right here where it says Format Style, you can choose to make it a 2 or 3 color scale. Where it says minimum, you can make your choice off this list. Where it says maximum, you can do the same. You could also change the colors that are being used. And yes, there's a lot you can do, so guess what? Homework assignment for you. Moving on, let's take a look at these icon sets. As you can see, if we hover over these icon sets, Excel will put a little icon within the cell itself. And as a quick reminder, remember, it's based off that premise that Excel will look at your range of numbers and break it into thirds and assign the appropriate icon given the cell's value. Next, let's take a quick look at these data bars. These data bars will show a little mini chart or gauge within the cell. That's kind of cool, so feel free to play around with that one. You also have the option to create your own rule by choosing Conditional Formatting, New Rule. And the way it works is this top portion gives you a list of choices that you can choose from. And then based off the selection you make in the top portion, the bottom portion allows you to modify the specifics of the rule. And again, a lot you can do here. So guess what? Even more homework for you. And let's wrap up this module by taking a look at a popular request, which is how do you apply conditional formatting to an entire row of data? And for that, let's take a look at a quick example. Here we have our sales. And let's say we want to highlight a row that meets a particular target cell of $5 million. But another way, if the total sales are over $5 million, we want to highlight the entire row. So we start off by selecting our cells, and then you want to pay particular attention to this top value right here, since we're going to be using it in the formula that we're going to build here in a few moments. So after our range is selected, go up and click where it says Conditional Formatting, New Rule, and then at the bottom here, you want to click where it says Use a Formula. Then click in this formula area, and then do the following. Type in equal, then go click on that top cell, which is cell S38. And then after you click on the cell, what you want to do is remove the $ in front of the number 38. Because in short, what it will do is lock column S, but then allow the formatting to be applied to the rows. After that $ is removed, type a greater than symbol, then click on our target value of $5 million, which is here. Click Format, choose the color of your liking, click OK, and there you go. Voila, instant row formatting. And that'll wrap up this module on conditional formatting.